No, you're just out here just continually pushing for more and more and more and more and more and more. Got it.
As long as the human race exists, feminism will never be dead. There's something that we're always going to have to strive and work towards.
And there you go. As long as humans are alive, feminism will never be dead. So if the goal of feminism is to create equality of the sexes, then you're admitting that you don't believe that humans can exist in a way where that's possible, right? Otherwise, yes, feminism ends when we achieve X. No, you're just out here just continually pushing for more and more and more and more and more and more. Got it.
To make sure that there's equality. So feminism is not dead.
I don't know that it can die. As long as there's power and oppression, there will be people fighting for equity. And
wow, that's 3 in one sentence. Power. As long as there's power and oppression, people are fighting for equity. Oh, she's going to be my favorite. I can tell.
And until that somehow goes away, feminism is alive and well.
I think feminism isn't actually about equality.
Shout out to Just Pearly Things.
It's about equality when it benefits us. I think feminism, it's really about women wanting special privileges and treatment at the expense of men often. And I think it's alive and well, sadly.
They didn't like that.
I think feminism is also alive and well. There are different kinds of feminism.
All right, so we got a Jersey girl here. Shout out to Jersey. I'm hoping that she's, on the more mild side, even though I know what Jersey breeds, but just crossing my fingers and hoping.
Right, like that is obvious. For me as a womanist, as a Black feminist, right?
Oh, did she just say womanist?
Who's really thinking about human rights, dignity, right, equity, right? As long as that need isn't met, we're still gonna keep fighting.
I'd say it's alive and well. I'd say that it's also very nuanced, and I think what it looks like is going to differ depending on where you are in the world. For me, I just see it as a lens, which isn't necessarily antagonistic or protagonistic. It's just a useful tool.
Similar to what?
That's actually fair. It's a useful tool. It depends on how you use it. Just like it's early in the stream. I don't want to get demonetized, but let's just say I'm with her so far.
Pearl just
and then shout out to Sydney. She is one of the other people here. If you're not familiar, she's a political commentator who does a lot of cool things. She was the one where, if you remember Jack Murphy and his unraveling, that was on her show. So shouts to Sydney.
I find that a lot of feminist ideology and thought today feels more of like a supremacist movement rather than something that is supposed to be advancing the goals of equality. I don't think that we can really term what's going on as feminism because it looks so different to, I think, the earlier feminist movements. In that way, I would say it's taken its last breaths of life. It's dying.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely think it's getting more and more radicalized. It's definitely still alive.
Okay, so even from Cali, what did you say? You know what I mean? More extreme. All right, we got a decent panel here.
I think I'll preface and say that I don't know so much about modern Western feminism, and there might be a lot of terms that I don't know, like political jargon and stuff.
They will use that against you. Oh, wait, you're a woman and you believe you're on their side. So no, they're going to use that for you.
But I believe in the advancement of women, whoever considers themselves a woman. I think America's a little obsessed with themselves, and it's like always feminism is rooted in America. And like, oh, white women started it. And it's kind of offensive because for thousands of years, women have been dying for their rights.
I think as a Black woman specifically, when you talk about feminism, the mainstream first thing you think about is a certain type of feminism that...
The poll that I have up, is there anywhere in the world that feminism is relevant? The reason I asked that question is because, for those of you who know me, certainly in America, it is not relevant. Certainly in places like Canada or the UK, it is not relevant. But as the last woman was just speaking about, there's a lot of places in the world, a lot of them controlled by theologies and religious dogma, where absolutely the idea of women having equal rights is not something that's already the case. And so the fact that we see 75% of you say there's nowhere in the world. There's nowhere in the world? What about, you ever been to Saudi Arabia? Go check out what they're doing in Iran. Now, you guys know me. You guys know me. I'm not out here trying to talk about how we need to make sure that women are, safe space, whatever. I'm talking about women need to be able to not be paid and then taken to court and stoned to death because that's what they did. Like, that's the type of the world that a lot of women actually do live in. Unlike America, that's their reality. Not here, though.